Hey guys, hope you're well. So I want to talk to you today about a feature called pre-start checks in the transmitter. And it's a really important feature to have actually, because what it essentially does is it checks the position of your different switches and it warns you if a switch is not in the right position. Now, whether you fly planes or helicopters or drones, you should always have some kind of throttle hold or throttle cut button configured so that basically your motor doesn't start if you accidentally push your throttle. So that's a safety thing. Everyone should have that configured. And basically what that pre-start check does is it makes sure that when you turn on your transmitter, basically you get a warning if your switch is in the wrong position. So if I switch off my transmitter, okay, now I have my throttle cut or throttle hold switch on this, and if I flick that switch down, my throttle is now on. So if I switch on my transmitter, I should get a warning.
Welcome to HTX. Switch warning.
Okay, so this is telling me that my SF switch, which is that bottom switch here, should be in the down position. So if I switch it down, now I could basically use the transmitter. And it's a really important feature, because what you don't want to do is set up throttle hold or throttle cut and then have the switch in the wrong position, switch on your transmitter, start or plug in your plane or helicopter, and then all of a sudden the motor starts. Okay, it becomes very dangerous. So how do we do that? Well, it's done per model. So we have to go into our model settings, and here we have pre-start checks. So I'm going to click on that. Now you have throttle state. So I've got that switched on. That basically means that if my throttle is not at the very lowest position, it doesn't matter where it is, it will give me a warning. Now I could say custom position and I could set the position of my throttle, but I like it so that it has to be all the way down at the bottom. Now in here, we basically, what we do is we set our switches to give us a warning if they're not in a specific position. So the white color means I'm not really fussed about these switches. I don't want to get any warning on the switches where the color is white, because there's nothing programmed in the switches that's gonna be dangerous or I need to worry about. But my SF switch, which is that switch over here, that's the switch that I basically want to have the warning on. So I'm saying that if the SF switch is not in the down position, then I want to get a warning. So by clicking on it, I could completely disable it, or I could say if it's in the up position, I don't want to get a warning, or that's the position it should be in. But in this case, it should be in the down position. So this is where I want it to be. And if it's not in the down position, this is where I want to get a warning. So if I now switch my transmitter off and I either put my throttle up, and I'm going to also flick the switch to that position, I should get two warnings. So I get my splash screen. So now it's telling me I've got a throttle warning, so I need to put my throttle all the way down.
Switch warning.
Now it's telling me that my SF switch should be in the down position. And that's it. So it's really important, guys. It's a really important feature. Make sure you set this up for every model you have. And of course, you need to make sure that you set up some kind of throttle hold or throttle cut, but we could talk about that in a different video. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.